This article contains spoilers for She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6. She-Hulk. Attorney at Law may not have as many Easter eggs as previous episodes, but they're a lot more important for the future of the MCU. A legal comedy set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, She-Hulk. Attorney at Law has largely depended on a stream of cameos and Easter eggs. She-Hulk's habit of breaking the fourth wall means the show has even signposted this fact, with Jennifer Walters insisting to viewers that the Disney Plus TV series won't depend on them. She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 finally fulfills that promise. It's a self-confessed bottle episode in which Jennifer Walters is asked to be a bridesmaid for an old school friend. Titania crashes the wedding seeking to get revenge on She-Hulk, leading to a brief but ill-timed scrap between the two. Meanwhile, She-Hulk's law firm deal with an unusual case in which an immortal attempts to deal with the legal issues caused by his way of avoiding conflict. This particular subplot continues She-Hulk's tendency to confront its critics head-on, an approach that seems prophetic given the early review bombing She-Hulk suffered. It may be something of a bottle episode, but She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 plays a key role in advancing the narrative. Jennifer Walters unwittingly confessed the state of her love life to the world when she defended her right to use the name She-Hulk in court, and Episode 6 introduces a rather suspicious and secretive wedding guest whose heel turn seems preordained. The episode's final scenes establish the main villains at last and point to the future of the MCU. Here is every Easter egg in She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 explained. She-Hulk Episode 6 introduces the intelligentsia described as a website for hateful man babies. The reference to the intelligentsia is actually an important one for the MCU. In the comics, the intelligentsia is a secret group established by the Hulk villain who calls himself the Leader. Tim Blake Nelson played Dr. Samuel Stearns in 2008's The Incredible Hulk, a scientist exposed to gamma radiation. There's long been speculation the Leader would be the real villain of She-Hulk. Attorney at Law, particularly after Marvel revealed the Leader would be resurfacing in 2024's Captain America: New World Order. The intelligentsia reference makes that even more likely. But the intelligentsia reference may be even more important, given the Leader assembled a team of supervillains who he believed matched his intelligence. In the comics, the following villains have been members of the intelligentsia. Egghead, a classic Ant-Man villain. Egghead has already made his MCU debut and won't be returning. He appeared in flashbacks in Ant-Man and the Wasp as the father of the Ghost, killed back in the 1990s when his quantum realm experiments went wrong. The Red Ghost, a classic Fantastic Four villain, a communist super scientist. The Wizard, another of Mr. Fantastic's rivals, founder of the Frightful Four in the comics. The Mad Thinker, a third Fantastic Four villain, Mr. Fantastic tends to be opposed by super geniuses, many of whom were perfect candidates for the intelligentsia. His awesome android became a member as well. Dr. Doom, one of Marvel's greatest villains. Dr. Doom joined the intelligentsia. In reality, he saw them as nothing more than pawns to achieve his own agenda. There have long been rumors Dr. Doom will make his MCU debut in Black Panther. Wakanda Forever has surely imminent, given he played a key role in the comics that will inspire Avengers. Secret Wars MODOK and MODOK Superior, a monstrous killer created by a group called AIM. It's already confirmed MODOK will appear in the MCU in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania. The Chameleon, a shape-shifting Spider-Man foe who infiltrated the intelligentsia while disguising himself as Black Panther's nemesis. Claw the Trapster, one of the least remarkable members of the intelligentsia, yet a potent Fantastic Four foe who has also crossed paths with heroes like Spider-Man. Mr. Sinister, the classic X-Men villain Mr. Sinister, a twisted geneticist singularly lacking in morals, was a member of the latest incarnation of the intelligentsia. It's possible the intelligentsia explain one of the many loose ends in the MCU. One subplot in Ant-Man and the Wasp saw Hank Pym's technology stolen by a thief named Sonny Birch, who could well have been working for the intelligentsia. She-Hulk Episode 6 introduces the MCU's Mr. Immortal She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 introduced viewers to Mr. Immortal, a being who possesses the power of resurrection. Although Hess often been presented as a mutant in the comics, in reality Mr. Immortal is a completely different evolutionary branch of humanity, one known as Homo Supreme. The MCU's portrayal of Mr. Immortal is very different to the comics, where Hess, a depressive alcoholic tired of seeing his loved ones die around him. This switch-up actually offers a refreshing take on the original. Mr. Immortal mentions being married to Baroness Cromwell. Mr. Immortal claims his first marriage was to Baroness Cromwell. Vampires are coming to the MCU in a big way in phases 4 and 5. Mahershala Ali has been cast as the MCU's Blade, after all, and the trailer for Werewolf by Night teased one subspecies of vampires from the comics. Given this is the case, the reference may well be to Lily Cromwell, a woman bitten by a vampire who became Baroness Blood. Alternatively, it could also be to the British 17th century aristocratic Lady Cromwell, giving a sense of how long-lived Mr. Immortal really is. She-Hulk Episode 6 features a surprising Loki reference. The Intelligentsia website features surprisingly few Easter eggs, and the one it does feature is something of a deep cut. A link to the top 10 best travel destinations features a map of Cookville, which was one of the times and locations time-bombed by Sylvie and Loki. Viewers had long wondered why Sylvie chose those places. Perhaps Cookville is more important than it seemed. Who is She-Hulk's hulking? Finally, She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 teases the show's real villain likes to consider himself the hulking. Although there'll surely be some speculation this too is tied to the Planet Hulk arc teased in previous episodes, it's more likely a nod to the leader. Hess always defined himself against Bruce Banner in the comics and was particularly obsessive in the stories linked to the Intelligentsia. She-Hulk. Attorney at Law Episode 6 really does seem to be setting up a major MCU villain. New episodes of She-Hulk. Attorney at Law release on Thursdays on Disney+. Want more She-Hulk articles? Check out our essential content below. Every way She-Hulk is different from Hulk in the MCU. Why is Hulk so weak in She-Hulk? MCU Phase 5 and 6 projects. She-Hulk can return in She-Hulk Episode 2. MCU Easter eggs and references. Key releases: Black Panther. Wakanda Forever release date 2022, 11/11. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania release date 2023, 02/17. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 3 release date 2023, 05/05. The Marvels Captain Marvel 2 release date 2023, 07/28. Blade 2023 release date 2023, 11/03. Captain America. New World Order release date 2024, 05/03. Marvel's Thunderbolts release date 2024, 07/26. Marvel's Fantastic Four release date 2024, 11/08. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty release date 2025, 05/02. Avengers: Secret Wars release date 2025, 11/07.